I realized this year, when Black Friday came and went, I realized that I finally have a thing. Like the things that my mom and her friends and anyone older than me had when I was growing up. I finally have a thing that I can look at a kid and say, you have it so easy. Back in my day, on Black Friday, you used to get your shit rocked. We would duke it out in the aisles, fighting like savages for a toaster that you couldn't afford the rest of the year. All you have to do is go click, 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 and then the deals come to you. Black Friday used to be an event. It was the closest that we've come as a country to the purge. You know what I mean? Because when you think about it, like, okay, you are a Best Buy. You are a Best Buy somewhere in America. You know that you got 100 people camped outside from the night before to get these TVs. You know 300 more people are coming to get these TVs. You know you only have 12 TVs. Why is there an inventory issue now? Do you know what I mean? This is the recipe for a riot. This is the exact equation. 100 plus 300 minus 12 is bricks. How did you not plan better? And then you'll know, remember the footage. We'd see the footage from Black Friday all over the country. People just wailing. People punching old people in the face. We were watching our society crumble. And like, there was never like a police presence. The first year caught us all off guard, all right? I don't even remember what year it was, maybe like 2006, whatever. First year that Black Friday came and it was like, everyone started fighting and everybody charging through to get in and stuff like that. It took everybody by surprise. I get it. The next year, you should have prepared. One day a year where we would just go absolutely batshit. You never saw anybody get arrested. They're on the news. Do you know what I mean? Like their faces on the news fighting, like fighting for the toy, right? And then like trying to hold on to a toy and they getting their licks in between gripping and readjusting their grip on the toy. I wonder if now that it's so easy, now that Black Friday is just this formality where you just, click, click, get the deals sent right to your house. I wonder if anyone who engaged in the violence is embarrassed. You know what I mean? Like, because think about it, because you couldn't have known what the future was going to bring. But if you had just been a little bit more patient and let the technology catch up to the demand, you wouldn't have had to rock so many nanas. You know what I mean? And just telling that story makes me sound old because there are young people right now who will never understand what any of that was like, So now I'm sitting here, I'm talking to my grandkids, and I'm like, your nana got curb stomped for me to get a PS5 because she loved me, all right? Oh, it's absolutely insane. Black Friday used to be such an event. There was one year when I still lived in Louisiana that day after Thanksgiving, me and some friends just went to the Walmart to watch. Because we got there a little bit before they opened, and there was already a line, a couple tents. I was like, this is going to be good, all right? And then more people started showing up. We had no intention of going in, right? Just more people showing up. And I had locked in on this one guy that was like doing stretches. But he was doing the most inefficient stretches I've ever seen in my life. Because he was trying to do the hamstring stuff, but he was just popping it. He wasn't like holding it. He was like, I was like, he gonna get hurt. That's the one's gonna go down first, right? And then sure enough, they opened the door and he got stands going. He's ready to get in there. And they open the doors, everybody rushes in. I don't know what he tripped on. But this man went down immediately. And then in the distance in the parking lot, all we could see is just every time somebody stepped on him, one shoe would go up. Like he was out here floating top to bottom. You could tell every time he got stepped on. I was like, I hope he's all right. It's been a while since I've been here. It's been a little over a year since I've been in Arlington. And in that time, I've been through some things. There's no good way to tell an establishment that you're in. And this is all over the country. There's no good way to tell them that the bathroom is out of toilet paper. It don't matter if you speak to the manager, just someone on shift. There's no good way to say y'all are out of toilet paper that make you seem clean, all right? Because you just trying to help. But when you walk up and say, y'all out of toilet paper, when you make a definitive statement like that, you're saying some things without saying them. And you making people wonder something. You making people ask questions about you as a person, because then that means that either you didn't wipe or you finished the toilet paper, which somehow still makes you seem nasty. Like, now we all know that toilet paper is not this like infinite resource that just goes on in perpetuity for the end of time. We know that eventually the roll will end, but if you the type person that ends the roll, what are you doing with your life? That rolls end when you go to the bathroom. Because when you think about it from their perspective, everybody else went to the bathroom and everything was fine. But then when you went and you came out, all of a sudden we don't have any more toilet paper in the building. Sounds like a you problem, right? I'll be vulnerable for a second. I was at a Dennys. I was at Dennys with some friends, and I went to the bathroom. And you never want shit at a Dennys. That's never the plan. That's never something you're doing on purpose. You know what I mean? That's either an emergency or you're trying to make room. You know what I mean? Like I didn't want to go to the bathroom, right? I thought I could go ahead, I could power through, but at the end I was like, there's no way I'm hitting a grand slam with what I already got going on, so I don't want to waste food. Let me go ahead and go to the bathroom. So I went to the bathroom, and then I went to the bathroom, right? And I'm sitting there, and then I went to reach for the, and I didn't feel it. It was just air. It was like just air where there's supposed to be toilet paper, and it's such a natural motion that you're not even looking when you reach. Because you know toilet paper is supposed to be there. Like, reaching for toilet paper that's not there is like... You know, like when you pray and your prayer don't get answered? And you're like, well, what is all this for? You know what I mean? Why do we have civilization? And so then I reach and I don't feel anything. And I'm not even thinking about it right away because I'm on my phone. So then I just reach a little higher. So I'm like reaching a little bit higher. I still don't feel anything. It's still nothing but air. And it's such an odd feeling when you go for something that you think is supposed to be there and then it's not. Like, you know, like when let's say you're on your phone or something, you're not really paying attention and you're walking up the steps and then you take that extra step, but then there's no extra step because you're at the top of the steps and then you go like... And you didn't trip. You did the opposite of trip. You're still upright, but you feel weird. You're like, oh, wow, that was odd. Okay. That's how it feels, because I'm sitting there and I'm reaching. And then finally I reach up and I feel raw roll. Like I feel the cardboard of the roll. So then, and I don't know why I did this, but like I even flipped it just in case something would fall. So I flipped it. I even heard the like duh, 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 duh. Like it was truly nothing. This was a raw roll. Now there's nothing on it. It's bone dry, right? And I don't even know why I did that, because it was instinctual though. I was like, there's got to be something here. Life isn't this unfair. You know what I mean? And so I did and you know, like when you walk into a room and you go to flick the light switch on and the lights don't come on. Now you know that if the lights don't come on, that the bulb is blown, but you will still sometimes turn it off and turn it on one more time just to be like, maybe I didn't give the light a chance. You know what I mean? Like maybe let me go ahead, flick it off, flick it on, because that was my fault. I ran in here too quick. The light didn't even know I was going in this room. Let me give the light a chance to act right, you know what I mean? And then flick it on, flick it off. And then when it doesn't come on the second time, you're like, oh, the bulb is blown. But sometimes you just do it to be like. So I'm sitting there and now I'm panicking. Because what am I gonna do? What do we do now? Because the last thing I'm gonna do is stand up, put my pants on, walk out there, and walk up to someone and say, y'all out of toilet paper. That would be insane. But I also can't live here. And so I'm sitting there panicking, truly panicking. I know I'm panicking because I'm sweating. And I know I'm sweating because it's all over me. And I know it's all over me because I don't have anything to wipe it with. I'm just sitting there, what am I going to do and everything? And then I see the door opens, right? And this Dennys had one of those like 2 bathroom, like stall, 2 urinal, 2 sink setups, right? And so somebody walks in, and when they walk in, I'm looking under the stall door a little bit. I see black shoes, and I'm like, okay, that's some hope. And then I look through the crack, and they're washing their hands, and I see a red shirt. And I'm like, oh, okay, that's a uniform. That's an employee. I'm saved. But now I got to get his attention in the least upsetting way possible. Because you don't want to just be a disembodied voice in the bathroom going, y'all out of toilet paper. So then I'm in my mind at the time, in the moment, the only thing I could think to say was, help. Which as soon as I said, I was like, that's not. Because now he don't know what type of help. Like, am I stuck? It's like, does he need an ambulance? Is this doctor help? And so I said, help. And he said, what? And I said, y'all out of toilet paper. And he was like, oh, okay, all right. Well, give me a second. I'll get you. Finishes washing his hands, walks out of the bathroom, and maybe forgot me. He never came back. That man never came back, right? So now I'm sitting in here, and I'm devastated, right? Because every second that goes by, I'm like, he gonna be back here any minute. Yeah. So I'm not even worried for the first whatever minute. And I know you're thinking to yourself, Josh. Why is this story so long? Why didn't you just text one of your friends at the table to tell them to tell someone, hey, y'all had toilet paper? I forgot to mention earlier, my phone been dead, all right? My phone died when I was doing this. And so then I'm sitting there waiting. I don't even know how long. And then another person comes in, right? Once again, I see black shoes. Oh, look through the crack, red uniform. Oh, doesn't even seem like the person before. They're washing their hands, right? Doesn't even seem like the person before. And I didn't yell help this time. I had learned my lesson. So I was just like, excuse me, I know this is weird. I'm sorry. I'm very sorry. But y'all are out of toilet paper, and I've been in here quite a while. Because I didn't want to seem indignant. This is not this person's fault. But still, I've been in here for a long time now. Like, this person didn't come back for help or anything. This is very upsetting. Y'all got that A rating outside. I could turn to a C real quick, okay? I just want to let him know I'm in dire straits out here. And, you know, he was like, oh, I'm so sorry. And then he went, you know, and left and then immediately came back. And this is how I can tell you he was a hero, right? Because on the other side of the stall, I can hear him picking at the roll, trying to get, you know, because you know, like when you start a new roll, how those first sheets glued. They like, it's insane. Why do you have to waste 9 sheets just to get the roll started? We've been to the moon, and we still have to rip up and throw away a bunch of sheets just to get the first sheet that's usable, right? But then he ripping it up for me. I was like, this man's a saint, you know what I mean? And then we didn't know how he was going to get it to me because he can't just like lob it to me like that, because this is heavy. This is industrial-sized toilet paper. He will knock me out if this lands on my head. And so my man, I don't know. It was weird between us just because we're dudes. Like, if this was a woman in this situation, all she would have to do is be like, girl, they're out of toilet paper. Be like, girl, I got you. And then, you know what I mean? But as men, we don't have a relationship like that. Like, if there's any chance you about to see dick, y'all better been to war together. I'm not just seeing random penis. Even if you are my friend, we not that close. Like, no. Right? I'm not doing anything where I have a chance of seeing your... No, I don't want anything. So then, my man, like the hero he was, he bowled it to me. Under the stall, I could see the trail coming, and it was hope. And I was like, yes, yes, yes. And then I grabbed it, and I picked it up. I was like, bro, thank you so much. I'm so thankful. He's like, no, you good, dog. I was like, no, you don't understand. I was in here forever, right? Like, I was out here drying, dog. Like, thank you so much for saving me. You saved me, right? And he's like, no, it's really okay. I was like, no, I just want you to understand how appreciative I am. And he was like, bro, are you still are you wiping? Like, are you still talking to me? And I was like, I'm sorry, man. I just really been here a long time. And it's like, I don't even know how long because my phone died and everything. And I don't even think he heard that part because when I opened the door, he wasn't there. But yeah, I've been through a lot.